See what we can find. Alright. Here we go. Gosh, dude, this is only the second round and we're already missing out on players with B skill sets. This guy does have good catch in traffic. Regular catching's okay, but look at this. Undrafted talent. We're only in the second round, though. Man. Undrafted talent? What? Look at his skills. His skills are solid. Undrafted talent in the second round. Like, if anything, maybe like a third round selection, you would think. I just don't feel like scouting any of these guys now. Oh my gosh, I don't think we're going to find a single guy that grades out at this round. It's not looking good, boys. Not looking good. I don't have enough scouting points. Man. See what we can do. Hey, no worries, Giggsy. Hope you have a great night, dude. Take it easy, man. Thanks for hanging out with us. Alright. Oh, wait. We need to go check out that loss. Hopefully we didn't allow over 40 points, and we did! 3 straight weeks that we have allowed over 40 points. That is ridiculous. We have got to improve this defense, man. That's got to be a priority. Andy Dalton, 5 touchdowns, no interceptions. They looked really good in weeks 2 and 3, getting 4 interceptions in each game, but jeez, that is crazy. Eifert killed us. Brandon LaFell had a touchdown. Hartline had a touchdown, and Bernard had a touchdown against us. I got you, Nerdy Geek. Kirksey leading the way with 10 tackles there. Burfict getting the only sack. And again, we haven't really been getting many sacks. I don't know if that's in large part to Danny Shelton being out or what's going on, but we've got to get more pressure on the quarterback for sure. When games get nerfed, dude, I don't like this new. Like, I don't mind if they wanted to. I mean, nobody in our division's really looking good though. I don't mind if they want to make the drafts a little less OP. I have no problems with that, but I feel like they have completely changed course in that it's just very difficult to find steals now. I think too many players don't even grade out with their own round. Well, DeMarcus Wagner is a perfect storm of inconsistency. Oklahoma is shut out 24-0. That's the only draft story we have right now. Since you started Kessler, you've been losing by 40. Yeah, but Kessler's not been doing awful. I mean, unless we're just going 3 and out every time and the defense is on the field the entire game, that could be the case. But ultimately, I think Kessler does have more of a future with us than McCown. So if we're not going to make the playoffs anyway, I think it might just make more sense to keep moving on with this direction. Here we go. Oh, I got you, Soccer. That makes some sense. I hear that. I hear that. 2 and 6, another loss. Hopefully we did not allow over 40 points again, though. Hopefully we'll see what happens. I think we just need to focus on scouting some defensive players right now. I think that's obviously the biggest need that we have at the moment. I mean, look at this, though. These guys are not grading out. Appalachian State, though. Good zone. Hey, there we go. There we go. We'll have to keep an eye on him. All right. A lot of these guys don't look like they're going to grade out very well overall. His zone coverage is worse than a C. I just don't like that. I don't know, man. Good hit power. Decent pursuit. But his zone coverage isn't even listed. It's below a C again. I don't know, man. I don't know. This is going to be a tough one. This is going to be tough. Look at top next time? What do you mean top? KJ Dillon has been making some plays. Who's ahead of him right now? Campbell? I wouldn't mind making that move. We'll give it a shot. Don't know if it's going to... I mean, he's made more plays than Campbell has starting, so it's worth considering anyway. All right. 2 and 7. Did I look at the stats from that last game? I might have forgotten. I'll do it this week if I did. All right. Free safeties. Let's see if there is somebody here that could be a potential future for us. Good playmaker in the 4th round. Good pursuit. I'd really like to see at least his zone coverage listed here. Which means his zone is worse than a C. It's tough to justify taking a guy like that if they're so bad in coverage. You know, if they're going to be in the secondary, I need them to be good in coverage, I feel like. This guy's a zone defender. So there you go. B zone coverage. That's excellent, actually. Decent tackle. Could be better, but at free safety, that's about as good as you're going to find oftentimes. Maybe a B-. Not better than that, though. We need... Let's see what we're getting. Hit power. It's solid. I mean, for a 6th round guy, that might be the way to go. Definitely somebody that we're going to have to keep an eye on, if nothing else. Cornerbacks, let's go ahead and see if we can find like a good man coverage guy. I mean, look at this. 2nd round, his best stat is a C? What? What? There's no way we could say, like, why would anybody take that? I don't understand. This guy's a man guy. Please give me man coverage. That's what we need. There we go. I will take a B there. Decent zone 2. They're going to say a 7th round talent. I'm going to keep an eye on him anyway. I know they're saying that, but if he has a good combine with that man coverage and his height, I'm okay with them. I don't care what they're going to say talent-wise, but he's got to have a good combine. If he's very slow, it's not going to make much of a difference for us. All right. Thank you, Blackout. How you doing today, man? All right. Let's go ahead and check out some of the stats. Only allowed 24 points there. That's, you know, an improvement, I suppose. Did we look at this one? I don't think we looked at this one either. All right. Cody Kessler, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. Fitzpatrick, 3. He did throw 2 interceptions. McCown threw an interception, too, there. Receiving, Safarian Jenkins. All right. There's Pryor. Where's our touchdowns at, though? Where's our touchdowns at? Oh, my gosh. All the way down there. Okay. Defensively, did we get a sack? It has been so many weeks. Why is Julius Peppers on the New York Jets? What? Yo, look at Dylan making another play, man. He's been doing okay. He's been doing okay. At least in terms of making plays. I'm doing good, Blackout. Doing pretty good, man. All right. See what happened here. And this is just offensively, we're not getting it done. We're not getting it done. We didn't allow Dak Prescott to throw the ball all over us, but Ezekiel Elliott did run the ball all over us, which is not good either. There you go, Williams with the touchdown there. Defensively, let's see what we got. Oh gosh, it scared me. Matt with the sub on Twitch Prime. Dude, thank you so much. Can we get some love going in the chat for Matt Harry? I appreciate you, man. That's going to be popping up on a YouTube video as well, man. Thank you so very much. If everybody in Sneaky Nation can throw him some love, I appreciate that support, man. It means the world to me. And if you guys didn't know, if you guys have Amazon Prime, you get 1 free subscription a month to a Twitch partner. And that is what that was. So thank you very much, man. I really appreciate that. Blackout, thank you for the follow, dude. Welcome to Sneaky Nation, man. All right, so we got an away game against the Ravens. Likely not going to go our way, but we'll see what we can do here. See if we can make something happen. And again, like our division, it's not that great. I mean, the best team is currently at 5-3. Obviously, better than what we're dealing with right now. JPR, thank you for the follow, man. Welcome to Sneaky Nation, dude. All right, so let's get back to draft stories. We have some new ones here. Rashawn Ely sees his struggles continue, missing several key blocks in a 24-16 loss. We actually decided not to scout him, if I remember correctly. Tyler Lloyd finishing his last season off strong. Great timing with draft evaluations starting up. Okay, he's a right guard. He's listed below. Hasn't allowed a sack the entire season, and that's actually a need for us, right guard, so we'll have to keep an eye on him. Definitely worth keeping an eye on. Check the Eagles record. All right, we'll do that really quick. We shall do that very quick. They were doing very good earlier. They're currently at 5-3 on the season. All right. Let's go over and advance the week. See if we can get a victory against the Ravens. It's going to be a tough one. All right, Grizzly, sounds good, man. Let's go. Can I look at the Lions? We'll look at, like, the entire standings around the NFL after the season. D-Master Funk, thank you for that follow, man. Welcome to Sneaky Nation. And we actually got the victory over the Ravens on the road against a division opponent. That is huge. All right, who are we missing? Who went down with the injury? DeMario Davis. That's a big blow to our already struggling defense. Matt, what's up, man? Thank you so much for that subscription, dude. I really appreciate that. The Steelers only at 3-6 right now. That is crazy. Grizzly, I'll check all the other standings at the end of the season, man. If I look at one person's favorite team, I'm going to have to look at every person's favorite team. And I'm going to be doing that every single week, and it's just going to add a whole lot of length onto the stream. So I'll probably just check all of the team's records at the end of the season. As we get into future weeks and stuff, I'll be willing to look at it more frequently, though. Future years, I meant to say. Again, they're going to say undrafted talent, but I love his man coverage there. His zone coverage is solid, too. Obviously, his press isn't wonderful, but I feel like with this new patch, nobody has the talent. Like, very rarely will you find a player that has the talent level of where they're projected to go. You see it so often of guys like undrafted talent or third-round talent or whatever. Good zone coverage here. I wonder if we can move this guy over to safety, potentially. His tackle's not good enough to pull that off, I don't think. Huh. He has decent size, but I don't know about that. I don't know. Jamil Wingo here. Decent zone, but I have 5 points to spend, so we might as well just use it there. Look at the right guard, Lloyd. We will. I think I've been scouting him, too. Let's go ahead and see what happened in this victory. 35-17 over the Ravens. That is crazy that we got that victory there. We had not been looking good in recent weeks, but it'll pay off here. Let's see what we are working with. Kessler, under 200 yards, but he threw for 4 touchdowns, only 1 interception. Our fullback, I didn't see anything with Johnson and Crowell getting injured. Why is Malcolm Johnson getting 18 carries on the day? What? I did not see that coming at all. Is that Josh Gordon's first touchdown of the year? I feel like it might be. I feel like he got a receiving touchdown. This guy's just everywhere. Man. Alright. Sacks. Hey, we're back to getting some sacks today. That is good to see. Our team has been struggling in that regard. Joe Hayden with 2 interceptions. I like to see that. Let's see. And then Nassib going to have a fumble forced and a fumble recovered there. Alright. That's what I don't know. Like, I don't think any of our running backs got injured. Let's go find out. Let's go find out. Nope, they're still there. And he's only a 62 overall. What in the world? Is that all our offense does? It won. I can't complain. If it won, what do I know? I guess. I shouldn't complain. So there we go. I don't know what that was, though. That was bizarre. But it's all good. We got the victory. And the Steelers, struggling so far this season. We might be able to steal another one here. We did not. We do have another injury on the year, though. Let's go ahead and check this out. Who are we missing? And that is going to be Kirksey. That is another big blow to this team. And we're already without Demario Davis. Now, he will be returning in 2 weeks, but both of our middle linebackers are currently injured, and that is not good at all. We'll have to see what we can do to fix that. Here we go. Let's go ahead and check out. And I will look at that guard. Was it a guard that had not allowed a sack? Tyler Lloyd. And his pass block, as you can see, B+. His impact block is the reason we weren't watching him before, but he's a part of a draft story. We'll keep an eye on him and decide later on if we do want to indeed make that move or not. Outside linebackers might be what we should scout next. See if we can find anybody here. Good tackling. We need some good tackling players. This guy's a run stopper. Maybe even related to Joey from Friends. His hit power is atrocious, though. And again, as I was talking about, they're going to give him an undrafted talent. Decent tackling, decent hit power, decent pursuit, and still undrafted talent. This is like every single player. Like, if everybody is undrafted talent, who's supposed to get drafted? I just don't understand the game's moves on this. On this newest patch, it doesn't make sense to me. This guy has good tackling too, good pursuit, good hit power, or decent anyway. They're saying undrafted talent, but in the 7th round, that guy might be worth taking, or at least keeping an eye on further. Alright. There we go. We'll get back to some more scouting. And we did get the loss against the Steelers. That was a bit expected, though. 40-10. That's a blowout against a Steelers team that has been struggling. Alright, here we go. Next up, the Giants. And then we have a bye week, which would be nice to recover some. Roethlisberger, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Cody Kessler, he's just not throwing for many yards. I can't remember how many times he's thrown for over 200 yards on the day. Crowell, Did have a touchdown. 4 touchdowns, 228 yards for Antonio Brown. What? What? Oh my gosh, that is redonkulous. Dang. Joe Hayden, what are you doing with your life, sir? That is Joe Hayden's matchup right there. Wow. And yo, our offensive line just got crushed. Crushed. Joe Hayden got 2 interceptions, but his coverage, those 2 interceptions doesn't make up for the day that Antonio Brown had. Wow. Oh my gosh. Agba would force a fumble. We would not recover though. Jeez. That's a rough one right there. Let's see if we have any more draft stories going on. Here we go. Draft stories we do. Gary Whiting continues to frustrate defenses, tuning in a great performance against Tompkins. Alright. It doesn't tell me what position he is, but I'm assuming some kind of secondary player. Always disappointing to see a kid not take his academics seriously. Major red flag for NFL GMs. Best of luck to Exel Dyson. He is a write-in. He's sitting out the rest of the season because of that. And then we saw the struggles with Ely already. So Gary Whiting is a guy that we might have to go scout if we have not done so already. Almost 300 like Julio in real life, right? I don't know, it was like 220 yards, but yeah, great game for sure. That was crazy. We're in Season 1. We're just starting this entire series off, man, so plenty of decisions to make moving forward. Here we go up against the Giants, and then that bye week's going to allow us to get a little bit healthy. I think Demario Davis will return then, but we do have another injury here. Let's see what it is. And Corey Lemonade going out. So it's all of our linebackers, man. The struggles hurt. They continue. Let's see. Really, Royce? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Why would they do that? How do you know if I'm simulating the game? That's weird. Alright. Receivers. Man, you know what? As much help as we do need on offense, I am a little bit more concerned about defense right now, if I'm being honest. Giving up 40 points this many times definitely worries me. So, let's see. Wait. Was it Tompkins that struggled against a wide receiver? Did I read that wrong? Maybe I read that wrong. Hey! We got brothers! Yo, Striker, thank you for that host, man. No, I think I read it right. I didn't see him there. Maybe. Where is this guy? What was his name? Whiting? Did I read it wrong?